students. Welcome to the session on Python programming and myself Swati working as assistant professor in the department of CSE. Now let us discuss regarding your NumPy and Pandas. Both are the standard libraries in Python. In this session we are going to see NumPy. So what is this NumPy means? NumPy is nothing but a numerical Python. NumPy, the full form of NumPy is numerical Python. So, and this NumPy is a core library in Python, and generally it is used for performing scientific computing. And this NumPy package provides some basic routines, basic functions for manipulating the larger arrays, and also generally will be performing operations on matrices kind of data in this NumPy. And these NumPys are very much efficient than your lists in your Python. These are very much faster when compared to lists. If you want to process larger amount of data on lists, so instead of lists we can go for this NumPy. And these are going to store elements of same type, homogeneous type of elements we are going to handle here in this NumPys. And coming to where we are going to use this NumPy means in image processing applications, in signal processing applications, even in your linear algebra, in many mathematical operations we can use this numerical Python. And how to install this NumPy? So we will see how to install NumPy. Pip command we are going to use, pip install NumPy. So in order to perform operations on this on NumPy, we have to import the so in order to perform operations on NumPy, first we have to install the package. How to install this package means by using the pip command, pip install NumPy. So your NumPy package is going to install. Now in order to work on this NumPy, first what we have to do is we have to import NumPy into our Python module. So I'm going to import NumPy module. So how to import this means by using the keyword import followed with NumPy. The module what I'm going to work is NumPy. Now here I had written here import NumPy as NP. So as is nothing but, already we know as is nothing but it is providing some aliasing effect. Okay, instead of writing NumPy every time whenever I want to work so on NumPy, so instead of doing that we can simply, we're shortening that particular term NumPy and we are giving here aliasing effect. So NumPy now it is becoming as NP. Okay, so instead of writing, if I want to create an array by using this NumPy, always I have to write NumPy dot array. So instead of writing this, simply I'll be writing NP. So if I use this aliasing effect. So how to provide this aliasing effect means by using the keyword as. So I'm saying here NP. So if you are interested in writing another name, you can write yourself. Okay. So just for understanding purpose NumPy, so that's why we are writing here NP. There is no particular thing that you have to follow the same strategy. Okay. So just we are aliasing our NumPy name to NP. So why we are doing this means to decrease our tedious job of writing everywhere a NumPy name. Okay. So in order to import the package, how we are going to import means by using import NumPy. So if you want to, instead of writing NumPy every time, if you want to write as NP, just simply you can write like this, import NumPy as NP. Now let us see arrays. So the central feature of your NumPy is it's an array oriented. Okay, so see the central feature of your NumPy is it is an array, belongs to array object class. Arrays are similar to lists. Already I told you that arrays are similar to lists, but lists can store elements of different data type, but arrays will store elements of same data type. Generally it's numeric data type they are going to store. Okay, now arrays makes an operation with a large amount of numbers. If you when compared to the list, if you want to work on large amount of numbers, generally we'll be going for arrays. So if you want to perform operations in a faster way, generally we'll be working with arrays rather than with lists. Lists will take more amount of time and these are not faster in execution and stores more amount of, takes large amount of memory in order to perform the operation. So these are the all problems with lists, so that instead of using list you can have arrays in Python. By using, instead of a list you can have arrays. Okay, now how to create an array? The next thing is, we are saying that instead of list we can use arrays, and arrays are much faster, better than the list I am saying. Now we will see how to create a array in Python. See, array name, so name of the array I am writing is equal to, I am calling array function followed with the type code. Here type code is nothing but what type of value you are using, whether it is of integer type or float type, whether it is a double type or whether it is a signed value or whether it is an unsigned value, that we have to represent here in type code. Then we are writing elements, whatever the elements that you want to keep in your array, those elements I have to write over here. So see here, I am declaring an array, let the name of array is A, and I am calling array, and I am passing here two arguments. What is first argument? First argument is type code, and second is list of elements. So what is type code here? I. What is I means? It's an integer. What type of integer? It is an unsigned integer. Now let us see what are the various type codes that are available first. So here you are having type codes like B and capital B, which are representing integers. Small b is representing signed value and capital B is representing unsigned value. Now what is this signed and unsigned means? Signed means negative as well as positive values you are going to represent. Unsigned, there is no sign. Which values are not having any sign? Positive values won't have any sign. So unsigned values and signed values, and here signed integer and unsigned integer. This is representing signed integer and unsigned integer. Minimum number of size in bits is here only 1 byte, and here it is occupying, if you are using I type, it is occupying 2 bytes. If you are writing L type, it is nothing but a long. So this is nothing but your bool type, it is integer, and this is long value, and it is occupying 4 bytes. And if it is floating point, and if it is double precision, you are going to have 8 bytes and 4 bytes. And if it is unsigned character, the bytes it is occupying is 2 bytes. Okay, so whenever you want to create an array, what we have to do, we should call the array function. What arguments we have to pass means 2 arguments. What are the 2 arguments that we have to pass here? The first one is the type code followed with whatever the values that you want to create. If you want to create an integer array, you will be passing integer values. If you want to create a floating values, you will be writing float values into that array. So that your array is going to be created in your Python. Let us see how we are going to create an array and how we have to display elements from the array. See, before creating an array, I am going to import array module. Okay, so first I am importing here array module. After importing an array module, I'm going to create an array. So how to declare an array? Name of the array is equal to, first I have to call the function array function, and type code I have to mention. So if I want to have integer type of values, generally I will be writing capital I. What does capital I is representing? Unsigned integer. And then I have to write the list of elements that I want to keep. For example, if I want to keep 4, 5, 6, I will be writing like this. Your array is going to be created. Now I want to display the elements from the array. Now how to display the elements from the array? Generally, if you want to display the elements, we will be using this loop. So for I in A, the element array, print of I till the elements, till whatever the elements that are present in this array, those all elements are going to be printed. So 5, 6, 7 and minus 7 and 8 are there. So all these elements will be printed. So this is about your creation of your arrays. Now we'll see what are the types of arrays we are having. So generally arrays we are classifying into 2 different types. Arrays can be of One is your single dimensional array and second one is multi-dimensional array. Single dimension, that means only one dimension you will be having. If it is more than one dimension, if you want to represent, we'll be calling it as a multi-dimensional array. So multi-dimensional arrays, if it is a 2 dimensions, we can call it as rows and columns. So see here the single dimensional array first. So we can call, see here, I had written shape of 9 comma. Here we had created a tuple 9 followed with comma, 9 comma. So if you want to represent only one element in the tuple, what we are writing, just will be keep it with a comma here. So 9 comma means, so start with 0 till 8. So how many elements will be having? 9 elements. So here I am creating a tuple where tuple consists of 9 elements here. So we are creating here one dimensional array. So one dimensional array have a one tuple for their shape. Okay, we will be having only one tuple. Next, how to create a one dimensional array? See here, already I told you, if you want to work on NumPy, first we have to import NumPy. So I am writing import NumPy, and I don't want to write NumPy every time when I am going to use. So to do that, what I am going to do is, I am performing here aliasing operation. That means I am renaming my NumPy to NP. So import NumPy as NP I had done. Now A is equal to, I want to create an array here. So NP dot, your array is in NumPy module. So I am going to call NP dot array of, I want to create here one dimensional array. So I will be writing here 1 comma 2 comma 3. Here I am creating array of single dimension. See, where you are having 3 elements, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, if I am trying to print, what you will be getting, 1, 2 and 3 are the elements which are of array type will be printed. So this is about creation of your single dimensional array. Now this is your 2-dimensional array. Already I mentioned that in a 2-dimensional array we are having rows and columns. How many rows you are having here? 3 rows you are having. And how many columns you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 columns you are having. What is the size of this particular array? 3 by 5, which indicates 3 rows and 5 columns, which is indicating 3 rows and 5 columns. Okay, now how to create this 2-dimensional array? Let us see how to create 2-dimensional array. So first I am going to import NumPy as NP. I am saying I want to create here a 2-dimensional array. Now let us, name of the array is A. NP dot array of, how many dimensions I want here? 2 dimensions. So I will be writing here 1 comma 2 comma 3, 4 comma 5 comma 6. So now I created an array of 2 dimensions. So 4, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. These are the elements of my 2-dimensional array. So how many rows are there here? 2 rows. How many columns are there here? 3 columns are there here. So what is the shape of this particular thing? 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is the shape of this particular 2-dimensional array. So now we are seeing 3-dimensional arrays. So in the 3-dimensional arrays, we will be using here a tuple of 3 values. So 3, 5 and 4. The last 2 represents 5 is representing, 3 is representing number of rows and 5 is representing number of columns and 4 is representing number of depth of your array. So what is the depth? 4 is your depth. So we are writing over 4 there. Okay. So this is about your n dimension. So if it is 3 dimension, we will be passing 3 elements into your tuple. If it is 4 dimension, we will be writing 4 values. Okay. That's about your creation of your arrays.